we need to have conversations about Haaland. He's always sort of disappearing in these big games.
So if Manchester City wins the incoming EPL, it should be a shame on all other teams. Greetings, Sharks and Uchendidi. You're welcome to the podcast today. Today we'll be discussing the Community Shield that was played some days ago between Manchester United and Manchester City. It was a thrilling encounter, and Manchester United played a wonderful game. Manchester City was not really in the game, but somehow they won that game. So let us react to that. We'll start with Sharks.
As a United fan, I am gutted. But watching the team, you could see there was some confidence in them. They played with courage. Obviously, City weren't at their greatest, but both teams had a sort of mixed team because a few players were missing. But United played better. They did deserve to win, but you can't really concede a late goal like that in a game like this. So I think that's something United need to work on. When you want to see the game out. When you're winning that 1-0, when you want to see the game out, you got to know how to, as a team, see out that game. So it was a good game. It was entertaining. Rashford had his chance. Kobe Mino had his chance. Obviously, Garnacho scored a really good goal. The way he just cut in and shot, I think that was a good goal. He showed his confidence. I want to pick out a few players. Casemiro was key. He had a really good game. For me, Diallo, the youngster, Amad Diallo had a really good game. Bruno, he was another one. I mean, you saw his goal, even though it was offside, but fantastic goal. But there's evidence in terms of when the season starts, United's looking good, but there's still things need to be worked on. But obviously, credit to City, they played a young team and they came out with the win. But we need to have conversations about Haaland, He's always sort of disappearing in these big games. So I'm going to let the season start and see how he sort of goes on. But there's some conversations to be had about him.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Shax. There are some conversations we had to have about Haaland disappearing in big games. Okay, Prosu Chendidi, kindly react to that game. Are we getting a glimmer of hope from Manchester United? The way they played fantastic football as far as I'm concerned. They deserve to win the game. Unfortunately, they didn't, but I think something good is happening at Manchester United. Is it a little hope that probably any other team could win the Premier League this coming season? Kindly react to that, sir.
Okay, thank you. I actually think that Manchester United, yes, played quite well. They were more direct compared to Manchester City. But when it comes to ball possession, Manchester City had more ball possession compared to Manchester United. In fact, they had 56% ball possession at the end of the match compared to 44% by Manchester United. They had more shots, 9, as against 8. By Manchester United. They also had less foul committed compared to Manchester United. So Manchester United having more fouls suggests, of course, that they were more direct. They more or less defended more. But generally, the performance of Manchester United were much better than what we saw last season. That, I think, is what we may have to emphasize.
Yes, that's
much
correct.
Better than what we saw last season. Because last game against the same Manchester City, they had less than 40% ball possession. So their confidence has improved. Their play has improved. They also had a very good goal from Garnacho. So by and large, I would say Manchester United played a very good game. However, I think that there is something wrong with the current Manchester City team. They don't seem to have the kind of quality we seem to know them with. I saw Bob starting the game. There is no Julian Alvarez. Yes, Savinho came in the game. There was Doku, and then Luis Rico. These are not, even though they are not playing bad games, but they are not top stars per se. So I'm even feeling that if Manchester City wins this season, the league this season, there is a shame on other clubs because the Manchester City we see now is a weaker Manchester City compared to last season and even previous years than what we have now. They were playing more of the ball in the middle. They were not direct in attack. And I also think that Haaland as has been said many times before now, is always missing in the big games for whatever reasons that we do not know. But I perhaps believe that the structure of the team, whereby he's expected to not just lead the line like Mourinho, like Guardiola would always do, but to also help in keeping the structure, which is their usual passing moves, seem to affect him against big teams who are also very good defensively. So, but against weaker teams, they will easily, with those passes, cause those guys to make lots of mistakes, and Haaland will capitalize on those to score. Perhaps that may be one of the reasons why he doesn't seem to be doing well in big games. But to be candid, I must say that I'm surprised that Manchester City won it during the penalty, because it's not something that Ederson is known for. But anyway, he didn't catch anyone. It's just that Manchester United missed theirs, and luckily for them, City won the shield. But I sincerely think that the Manchester City we saw in that match, that is, if they continue this way, win the league. In fact, if they do, it will be a shame on the other top clubs in the English league. That's how it. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. So if Manchester City wins the incoming EPL season, it should be a shame on all other teams. Thank you so much, Professor Chendidi. Thank you so much, Mr. Shat. Let us have a fabulous day. Thank you.